Hello, this is Jesse James Ziegler. Once again, this is episode 2 of Poetry Beyond April. I am here at you can't really tell from the sign, but this is the Laughing Planet Reno location, which is 941 North Virginia Street, here on the first Tuesday of the month, where the Brushfire Literary and Arts publication, in conjunction with the Reynolds School of Journalism, is published, and they do the open mic for the University of Nevada, Reno every first Tuesday of the month. So I'm here early to get signed up for that and get my poetry on with the college students. I'm excited about that. But tonight I'm going to share the piece that I wrote for, I would say, talking about the difference perhaps between divine masculinity and toxic masculinity, and it is entitled Man-Child in the Demolished Land, which is an homage to Man-Child in the Promised Land. That was a book that I read to At Promise youth that I worked with in Rhode Island, a couple of whom are not with us today because of unfortunately reaching violent demise before they even reach their 21st birthday. So a content warning that's what this piece is about. But it's Man-Child in the Demolished Land. Some men appeared near beseechable, if it was for the sake of something ultimately important to them. Some men are reachable before it's too late, for it is only a matter of when. All men are teachable, the tricky part being who or what is the teacher. For as and when children become men, they adopt their observed worldly features. So when this beat stirs, and the meet and greet blurs your perspective, and those who seem to flourish from doing the opposite of the ways in which you were directed have never yet been checked with ethics and eclectic cleft-ginge, or left with the nation divided between hoping the right wins and hoping the left wins, as was intended by those with the keys to the gold. For he who holds the gold makes the rules. Perhaps that wasn't the golden rule you learned sitting in class back in school, for he who holds the gold holds the keys to the kingdom. They'll offer you the keys if you pay and say please, but then lo and behold, they don't have the keys, at least not a spare to share with thee, because they forgot to bring them. They just wanted to appease the greed and wrath disease by seeing you begging please, hoping at least for an ounce of mercy from the loud cursing one under the illusion of control and power, who has sold his soul to be devoured, standing over the poor who cower, waiting for their hour. So men raising children who will become men. You hold the keys, and it is only a matter of when. And women, you're in charge of the men. We've started enough wars, blown off enough doors, and too many cases left you with the shared chores, and lusted after women we would later label bores. We are all sorts of messed up, and we're all sorts of yours, and I'm sorry simply because we're better at brute force that we're all too often in charge, even though you've always had stronger cores. The rain pours, and down the drain goes this pain of yours, which you can no longer coerce. We must choose to break vicious cycles and become the brightest guiding stars. We're allowing our communities to be divided, rioted, disingenuously quieted, and chided when they should be lighted. Too much time causing wrongs when they need to be righted. Too many things we can't seem to stop fighting, though we can't win when we fight it. So perhaps it's time we be good chaps and wake from our naps and rap about the truth of what's inside that's worth being excited about. Because for a while we try to smile, we're alive and out loud, but every single person has done things of which they're not proud. Every single human has barked at the crowd. So with every remark, leave a spark at least where it is dared and allowed. Is a man intelligent, or is he wise? There's enough brute force and intelligence gone wrong, regardless of intention or tries. Now a wise man can become so by first being open to his own faults. Unpunished verbal, physical, and emotional assaults, commitments, somersaults, demons locked in vaults, hidden affinities for the alts, neither being light nor salt, or we can choose to be what we would wish there were more of, to create the desired world anew just so we can explore one. One breath, one conversation, one helping hand at a time. One life and one death begin within these 3-minute increments of rhyme. Thank you for sharing time with me. I'll see y'all on episode 3.